Warm welcome to Social Sciences class, all young minds. Today, in this particular video, we are going to come across types of rainfall. That is precipitation as a part of precipitation. Precipitation occurs in the form of rain, dew, hail, fog, mist, snow, sleet, so on, hailstones, so on. So, when it is raining, why this rain happens on the surface of the earth? We are going to come across. Basically, there are three types of rainfall. One is convectional rainfall, other is orographic or orogenic rainfall, and other is cyclonic rainfall. The types of rainfall. Convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall, cyclonic rainfall. Yeah, convectional rainfall. Convectional rainfall happens. This is most common in the areas which are very hot, where low pressure is existing and hot. That is mostly near the equator, we will be seeing this, or during summers in many parts of the world. What happens? Let us know. When surface of certain part of Earth's surface gets heated up because of sun's radiation, and the moisture air moving on that particular surface. For example, this is planet Earth. Okay. Somewhere here, the sun's rays are falling straight over the equator, falling in the sky, like this. Then in straight intensity it will be more than. So the air moving on this particular region will be exposed to this heat. And moisture air, which is water, the air which is consisting water vapor, when it gets heated up, turns warm, then the surrounding area, means these places where this angle of inclination of sun's rays is not straight, it is slightly bent. So when it gets heated up more than the air blowing the surrounding, then it will be rising. It will be moving high. It will move high. And after reaching the higher altitude, after reaching the certain altitude or height, it becomes to cool and gather some moisture once again. And when it comes, then it starts shedding down. When it becomes very cool, it starts shedding down the water vapor existing in it. It starts approaching certain height, it becomes cool, much more cooler, then it starts giving out with a little depth touch of air, the cool moisture, whatever existing there, will starts coming down in the form of rainfall. This, if you observe, quite common in tropical region. That means up to 12 o'clock in tropical region it will be very hot. By 2 o'clock the climate changes, it becomes cloudy like what we are seeing in the last a couple of days onwards we are seeing. That cool, cloudy atmosphere, clumsy atmosphere and raining going on. So like that, suddenly cloudy it will turn. And by 3 o'clock, short span of a shower will be there, huge shower. Certain times thundering and flashing will also be there. Thundering and flashing big sounds and light will be seen in the atmosphere, in the atmosphere or sky. So a short span of time, 50% will be heavy downpour will be. Sometimes we see even hailstones falling down. So this is convectional rainfall. Convectional rainfall. Convection means heat. This is a rainfall which is caused because of heating up of moisture, and moisture in that region will be rising high because when it got hotter than the neighboring air which is surrounding it, and it moves high, there it becomes cool and it starts shutting down. When it comes more and more cool, that air will be starting shutting down the water vapor existing in it in the form of rain. This is mostly seen in the equatorial region, 0 degree, where low pressure or more heat will be trapped by the land because of steady fall of the solar radiation or sun's rays. The other type of rainfall is called as orographic or orogenic. Orographic or orogenic. Orographic rainfall. Oro is the word derived from Greek. Orographic or orogenic. This is the word oro, means mountain or a hill. Oro in Greek word. Oro is a Greek word which means mountain or a hill. Right. So this is the rainfall which is caused because of existence of a hill or mountain in the path of rain-bearing winds. In the path of rain-bearing winds. Got it? So, if you see monsoon winds that enter into India, monsoon winds that enter into India. From the equator, they will be coming from southeast in southern hemisphere and they will make a tilt or a shift towards southwest India. And they enter into India. We studied about monsoon winds, but it are seasonal winds in the earlier part of this same chapter, types of winds. So the southeast ones, trade winds coming from Indian Ocean will be making a tilt towards the southwest of India. Why they make a tilt also I already said you. That is, these winds will be getting divided into two branches. Then one will be going over the Great and another will be going over the Arabian Sea, but they will be getting Coriolis effect, already I explained it. So because of this effect they are coming out, and what happens they will be in Western Ghats region. In Deccan Plateau, what is there? Western Ghats will be there. So what happens is, Western Ghats will try to stop these winds. To escape the Western Ghats, winds will be rising high. They will be moving high. When they are moving high, what happens? After moving to certain height on hills or mountains, all the time it will be cool air. It will be cool air blowing. You can say Tirupati is hotter than Tirumala. We say Tirumala is very cooler than Tirupati. It is a holy place. Why? Because Tirumala is located on a height, good height. Normal absolute temperature will be decreasing as we move to the higher areas or higher altitudes. Got it? So, there when the temperature is less, naturally air will be cool. So, this rain bearing when they try to climb over this, that's why when rain bearing gets in contact with the cool air coming from the mountain or hills, and they start shedding down rain on the mountain. But this rain will be continued in the different parts of the country. But central part of Deccan Plateau, this is the region which is very close to the Western Ghats. The region which is close to Western Ghats, the other side, towards the east of Western Ghats, which is called central part of Deccan Plateau, the plateau where we are living. Are the areas very close to the Western Ghats, they will not experience much rainfall. Why? Because, what is the reason they will not experience much rainfall? Most of the winds which are trying to rise over in Western Ghats, when they come in contact with cool air coming from the mountain, that mountains and hills, they shut down all the water vapor existing in them, and empty air will be moving towards the very next areas of this Western Ghats. So that's why the areas lying in front of Western Ghats, they will be, from which these winds are coming, they will be experiencing more rainfall than the areas lying back of the Western Ghats. When we are coming from southwest. When we are coming from southwest, here it is open face. Case of Western Ghats gets open here in the back. The regions which are back, central part of the plateau and also Coromandel coast, which lies in the western rain-sheltered region of Western Ghats, will also not experience rainfall. The central Deccan plateau and Coromandel coast, Tamil Nadu coast, they will not receive rainfall much during this monsoon activities, June to September. Why? Because the central Deccan plateau or the area is very next to Western Ghats. By the time Western Ghats, the rain-bearing winds reach there, all the water gets down in the form of rainfall over the hills and mountains. So the direction from which winds are making their entry to Western Ghats, that is called windward direction. It is called windward direction. It is wind coming direction. And the direction where MDA is going down from that mountains or hills without much water vapor. But that is called leeward direction. In class 10 also you will come across this towards windward direction and leeward direction. Please give it in mind. Leeward direction. Leeward direction. You will understand? Right. Hope you got to understand. When the air rises high, to escape that standing mountains like a wall-like standing mountains, to escape them it rises high, and cool air blowing on the hills and mountains will hit these rain-bearing winds and they start raining. Most of the water vapor existing is rain-bearing winds will be taken down here. And the little quantity will be going towards the back of the mountain, and there little rainfall occurs. That's why most of the time the central Deccan plateau is dry. Deccan plateau, I will show you in the picture now. This part of India is called Deccan plateau. The region below the Satpura mountain range and the Narmada river, Tapati river, and Ebony Hills. That is like a triangle and a delta Deccan plateau. Deccan plateau. So most of the central part of Deccan plateau will not receive rainfall because it is very next to Western Ghats. Very next to Western Ghats. These are Western Ghats. Western Ghats. Ghats means mountains or hills. They say Ghati road. They say means a road which will be passing in the hills and mountains is called a Ghati road. You see Tirumala, when we go to Tirumala, road will be making like tunnels and so on. We will climb the hills, several hills of Tirumala. Or Bombay Ghati. When we go to Bombay, we have to go by a Ghati. Ghati means a road made in the hills. And here Western Ghats, the hills and mountains that lie in the western part of India. It's between the coast and these hills, there are plains. Western Ghats are there, Eastern Ghats. In class 10 you will learn about them, much Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. The very first unit we have, there you will learn much more information about them, right? So mountain, and even you see here, India, here Aravalli mountains are there in Rajasthan, near Jaipur. And even railway engines which can't go ahead, they will be giving rainfall in the region which are existing in front of this Aravalli region. Aravalli mountains, oldest mountains in India, Aravalli mountains. Himalayas are youngest. Very oldest mountains are Aravallis. Ages back onwards Aravalli are there. So the regions before Aravalli will be experiencing more rainfall than the regions behind Aravalli. That is the reason for the formation of a desert called Thar Desert in Rajasthan. Thar Desert got formed because of this only, orographic rainfall only. Because hundreds of years together, there is no much rainfall in the region which is back of Aravalli mountains, and that led to the desertification. Finally, a desert got existed. The great Indian desert called Thar Desert exists here, which is the fifth largest desert in the world, we can say, right? So that's how this desert region, or the region which will not experience rainfall, which is lying at the back of the hills or mountains, it is called rain shadow region. When you come to the direction, it is called leeward direction, and when we come to the region, it is called rain shadow region. Got it? Got it? Rain shadow region. This is the Deccan, Central Deccan Plateau, or third is they are called rain shadow region. In a map pointing, it may be asked. In a map pointing, it may be asked that. In a map pointing, it may be asked that. Point any rain shadow region of India. You can point Thar Desert or central part of Deccan Plateau or Coromandel Coast here, Tamil Nadu coast. This is Coromandel coast. Tamil Nadu coast is called Coromandel coast. You come across these things again in class 10 also. You will be coming across these things in class 10 also. Right? Now we will go into cyclonic rainfall. Cyclones, we are seeing depression occurred, and huge rainfall is happening for past 4-5 days. And again, one more depression got formed in where North Bay of Bengal. Got it? It is moving towards the west only. Again, within 1 or 2 days, we are going to have good rainfall. Right. So now we will be seeing third type of rain. The third type of rainfall is cyclonic rainfall. Cyclonic means the word got derived from Greek, cyclonic. Cyclone got derived from cyclone. K-Y-K-L-O-N. Cyclone. Greek word. Yeah. Cyclone means revolving, moving around. Moving, revolving. Meaning of this Greek word cyclone is revolving. Revolving, moving around, whirling. Yeah. This cyclonic rainfall is of two types. It occurs in tropical region near the equators, and also temperate cyclones also will be there. Means above equator after certain distance. Like this. Yeah. Equatorial region. This is equatorial region. After 23.5 degrees. 30 degrees. From there, after 30 degrees onwards, it will be temperate. Temperate zone. And this is frigid zone. Frigid. After 66.5 degrees, it will be frigid zone. Temperate zone. And this is tropical zone. Tropical zone. So these cyclones occur in both the tropical region near the equator and also in the temperate zone. Got it? Climatic zones. How many climatic zones? We have 5 climatic zones here. Two in northern hemisphere, 2 in the southern hemisphere. One is common for both the northern and southern hemisphere. So tropical zone that is. Got it? So in tropical zone we will be seeing this cyclones occurring, and in temperate zone also we will be seeing. And why this? When this cyclones occur generally? See, the cyclones that occur at a tropical region will have warm vortex. Warm vortex means what vortex? Your vertices and so on. You will be reading in your mathematics. VORTEX, vortex, warm vortex. Near equator, warm. If it is temperate, it will be a cool vortex. Okay, right. So warm vortex means warm revolving is there, moving like this, moving around. But the core will be warm. Core means the basic point inside from where it starts, origin point. Origin point of a depression, already I said, it is called eye. It is called eye. Here. What is the difference? When the air moves from all directions to the same point, from all directions to the same point, it will be giving birth to depression. Got it? It will be giving birth to depression. And depression will be leading to the evolving from a moving high and high. It starts moving from sea to land mass. Sea to land mass. I will show you the example in India and where. Some depression occurred and I got pumping. Air will be going around and it starts moving towards land, India. That's why we are experiencing rainfall. You would understand. It is going on to the surface of the land or India from where Arabian Sea also the same happens. Mostly India will be experiencing tropical cyclones because India is very close to equator. Only 80 degrees away from equator, very near to equator. So, when these cyclones will form, Nana? These cyclones will form when the pressure is less than 900 millibars. Pressure is less than 900 millibars. A low pressure occurs below 900 millibars, then it should be supported by winds blowing at 33 meters per second. When winds are moving at a speed of 33 meters per second. Not only this, why cyclones occur? CDD, WWL, not WWF, WWL. What is CDD? CDD, cold, C, cold, D, dry, D, dense. Cold, dry, dense air, when it joins or meets with WWL, W warm, opposite of cold is warm, W, warm, dry, wet, W is wet, another W is wet, and now L, lighter, okay, lighter. When cold, dry, dense, CDD, cold, dry, dense air joins meets with the warm, wet, lighter air, WWL, CDD, WWL. This dense air will be lifting up the lighter one. You know now, the heavy fellow will be lifting the lighter one, isn't it? So, this cold, dense, dry air will be lifting out this lighter, wet, warm air, and this leads to the precipitation and formation of cyclonic winds, which will be having good water vapor. What it and when it will happen is the pressure should be below 900 millibars, wind should be blowing at 33 meters per second, and when the surface of the sea gets exposed to a temperature of 26 to 27 degrees Celsius, between 26. Here it is formula. It is 26 degrees to 27 degrees Celsius. Temperature is experienced by certain part of a sea or ocean. Then the pressure is falling below 900 millibars and 33 meters per second with that speed winds are blowing. That gives birth to a cyclone. What it either maybe in temperate zone or tropical zone. This is what with the rainfalls. Able to understand? Right, I think you are able to understand. CDD joins with WWL. C, cold, D, dry, D, dense. WWL, warm, W, warm, W, light, L, lighting. What it when they both join, lighter air pushed by the denser one, heavy one will be pushing the lighter one. And then automatically the activity and winds will be existing, and that winds will take a good rhythm and they start moving towards land. And they will be containing good water vapor and ready to shut down the water vapor on the land area. That is India. Towards India they will be coming. Either from a Bengal or even other will see the same happens. Bombay witnessed very heavy rainfall just 2 months back. That is because of this tropical cyclones only. Tropical cyclones are the cyclones that form close to the equator. There are regions existing close to the equator. There is water bodies existing close to the equator. Right. Now we are going to see about the activity rain. This is what we call rainfall in across the globe. The rainfall across the rainfall across the globe. First point, you have to remember. The areas lying between 0 degree to 10 degrees to this is 10 degrees northern latitude or 10 degrees southern latitude to 30 degrees southern latitude. 30 degrees northern latitude. See now, you see, the areas lying between 10 degrees southern latitude in the southern hemisphere or northern hemisphere. The areas lying between the 10 to 30 degrees latitudes, they mostly eastern sides of them will be experiencing more rainfall. That is, more rainfall is experienced in this eastern parts. As we move to the west, it will be decreasing. Rainfall will be decreasing. Rainfall will be not much. Most of the areas lying in the eastern side of the latitudes, the regions existing between latitudes 10 degrees and 30 degrees latitudes in both the hemispheres, northern hemisphere and also in southern hemisphere, they will experience good rainfall when compared to the western parts. And other point to remember. The areas lying between 40 degrees to 60 degrees, temperate zone, 40 to 60 degrees, 40 degrees to 60 degrees, 60 degrees. So either in the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, the areas lying between 40 degree to 60 degree latitudes, both in northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. The areas lying in the west in this particular area will experience more rainfall than the regions existing in the east. That means here. Here it is like this. You can see. Rainfall will be more in the western parts. Rainfall will be more in the western parts. Here also it is. Between 40 degrees and the rainfall will be between 40 degrees and 60 degrees will be more. Both in northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. That means the areas lying between 40 and 60 degrees latitudes, either in the southern hemisphere or northern hemisphere, they will be experiencing good rainfall. That too regions lying in the western part. Whereas the areas are eastern areas which are lying between 10 degrees to 30 degrees, either northern latitude or southern latitude, they will be experiencing in their eastern, that eastern areas will be experiencing more rainfall than western areas. Trade winds, because of trade winds. Because of northeast trades in the northern hemisphere, southeast trades in the southern hemisphere, westerlies, that is from the 40 degrees to 60 degrees, westerlies. Already winds, a variety of types of winds I explained in the previous videos. If you check them, you can get. Westerlies, they move from west to east. So western areas lying between 40 degrees to 60 degrees in both northern hemisphere and also southern hemisphere will be experiencing. Southern hemisphere will be experiencing more rainfall compared to the eastern areas. You would understand. And low pressure areas will experience more rainfall than high pressure areas on the earth. High pressure areas on the earth. And oceans will be experiencing more rainfall than the continents, because we know ocean area is more. But area occupied by ocean waters or sea waters is more than the land mass. So that's why more rainfall will be seen in that oceans than on the land. Land is just 1/3 of the, even not 1/3 of the total surface of the earth. Most 2/3 is occupied by, almost 2/3 is occupied by water only. That's why more rainfall will be occurring in the oceans, and continents will experience less rainfall. This is what I explained is regarding rainfall that occurs around the globe. Rainfall will be more in the eastern areas lying between 10 degrees to 30 degrees in the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere. The rainfall will be more in the western areas lying between 40 degrees and 60 degrees, either in the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere. Rainfall will be more in the low pressure areas than high pressure areas. That is equator and so on. Equator, subpolar low pressure here. There the rainfall will be more. And oceans will experience more rainfall than the land. Is one of the important points to remember regarding rainfall that occurs around the globe. And with this we conclude the chapter. And next class will be biosphere. And the notes will be sent today and tomorrow to you. Please follow the notes. Write down the notes. Copy it down. And many of you are again same attitude you are carrying, which is killing the instinct of a true teacher. Sorry to say.